I'm great. How are you guys?
Louis!
Hi.
Oh my gosh, wait, did you just work out?
I did it. I've been running around town all day, but I'm trying to go work out.
So
Yes,
Louis
dude.
gets up at 4 a.m. So he's had a full
Wait.
day. Beautiful.
Right.
You also have like nice setups. I'm just like in a corner of my room.
Well, I'm in front of my curtain. It's not very glamorous.
You had the same last time, Rebecca.
I have what?
You had the same last time when we talked before, do you?
Yeah, that's that's the spot. That's the setup. That's the self-tape everything.
I was gonna do my self-tape backdrop, but I was like, no. But mine's not a curtain, so it's not cute.
Mine's not
It's cute.
either.
It's just like a blue background.
How is everyone?
Good.
Great.
Good to see everyone again.
Everyone's good.
Sorry if I come across a little nervous, because this is my first time speaking with a lot of people at the same time.
Okay.
Really fun. Us too, I think.
Yeah.
You're lucky if you get us to shut up.
You talked a lot also last time, Rebecca, so I'm used to you.
Yeah.
But yeah. I always like to start with like a little introduction, and mainly Louis, Tyler, and Courtney, because I see a lot of people, I talk to a lot of people about this that don't know like you three.
Mm-hmm.
So I would like to start with that.
Sure. I'll go. My name's Tyler Crosby. I've carved out a little section of the vertical world as a villain for myself. And born and raised in Long Beach, California. Actually, generally a good dude, but I have a lot of fun being evil on screen. And that's me. Nice to meet you.
Am I next? Okay.
Good.
I'm Luis. I moved out here in October, didn't know what verticals were, and then I started working on a bunch of them, meeting really, really cool people, and discovered this whole new world of like vertical kind of soap operas, and it's been really fun. And yeah.
I'm Courtney. I've been in LA for like almost 5 years now. I came from Michigan, but I've been doing verticals for like the last 2.5 years, or maybe almost 2 years now. I don't know. But yeah, been doing a lot of villains. Sometimes, sometimes protagonist, but not, more of like an anti-protagonist usually.
Rebecca, you can also.
Well, you know me a little bit already, but I'm Rebecca. I moved to LA from Denmark, Copenhagen, and went to pursue acting and been studying acting professionally. And I've been working since I was 10 years old professionally back in my home country, but they don't care about that over here. Came here, studied, worked, and then was thrown into the vertical world kind of by accident. Auditioned for something I didn't know what was and booked it, and was really confused when I came to work. And I was like, do they know that we're shooting vertically? You know, they did. It was all the literal point. And yeah, just been really fortunate and blessed to work a lot in this space and meet mostly really great people.
Mostly
really great people.
Can all of you tell a little bit about your characters in the show? Because we're gonna talk about your show together.
Yeah. Okay. I played Jason. He's he's a bad guy, but also I think he's a dumb guy. And he's easily
Thank God for
led.
you. You didn't have to act.
I wouldn't. It wasn't a big stretch for me at all. And so yeah, there's not a lot of redeeming qualities about this guy. He's driven by lust and power, and yeah, I have a lot of fun going full send with a character like that, and being extra evil because the script calls for it, and there's not a lot of like humanity that you can input into there, but he does get served. He gets his comeuppance. He gets hit a lot, and hopefully that's satisfying. You know.
I am Vincent, doctor, apparently from Geneva, right?
Miracle doctor.
Miracle doctor.
Genius.
From Geneva.
From Geneva. And yeah, it's kind of cool because it's like a time lapse thing. We time travel. There's a couple of different like universes going on, so you get a chance to see a person giving a try at life one more time, and it's fun. How she reroutes her whole destiny and makes me part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I play Emma Swift, a doctor.
Not related
who-
to Taylor.
Not related to Taylor Swift. Wait, yeah. Finds out her, you know, husband's been cheating on her, and is then murdered by them. And yeah, and when she wakes up alive again in the past, gets the chance to do things over, make new choices, and I think that's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
And get a little revenge.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I am Isabella. Wonderful, fun character. She starts off like always having a very personal vendetta against Courtney's character Emma, because Emma knows that I have a deadly disease. That's and I don't want anybody to know that. So for me, like, the stakes are really, really high, and I need to get rid of Emma. And I also think that Jason is really rich and has a lot of money. So I need him on board, get his money, and also yeah, he's really dumb, so I can kind of talk him into doing however I want, and get rid of Emma in very vicious ways. Yeah, Isabella is not shy of doing whatever it takes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So how did you guys came attached to the project?
I got a DM on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
So fun.
Yeah, and then I did an audition, and then that was it.
Like a self-tape or audition in person, you mean?
Self-tape. So what was really wonderful about this particular production is the entire crew pretty much is from Ukraine. And so a lot of them were actually based in Ukraine while casting, and then some of them flew over for the shoot, and some are based here in LA but lived in Ukraine up until recently. Some of them, a lot of them came here because of the war and have had to start over and are now working so hard in the vertical world, but they come from the horizontal world, and they come from a much more how do you say it, like cinematic, fair to say, universe. You know, and so they did everything a little bit differently than what some of us are used to here, but they were really, really, really absolutely wonderful to work with, and it was so refreshing to work with somebody who they had not at the time done that many verticals. So they saw things a little bit differently, which I absolutely loved and thought was so refreshing. And yeah, they worked really, really hard. But to answer a short question with a really long answer, yes, it was a self-tape audition.
Yeah, mine was the traditional route of just getting an audition coming through. I get served up a lot of villain roles, and this was just like any other. And just like you kind of forget that you did the audition, and then they come back and they say they want you, and you say for what? And then they say for that bad guy, and I say, oh, okay, which one? And then all of a sudden you're on set, and it often happens in like a quick turnaround time frame. For a guy like me, I don't know if I'm coming off the bench or what, but yeah, in 3 or 4 days, you need to be on set and you need to be ready to go. Yeah, it's part of the excitement.
Yeah, I also was like pretty traditional. I usually never apply on Backstage, but for some reason I applied for this one on Backstage, and
On
just
Backstage.
yeah, I know. I sent in the tape, like really, like just like whatever. I'll just submit a tape, and then I got cast, and I was like, oh wow, I really didn't expect anything to come of that. I just like submitted on a whim, and yeah, so that was kind of nice.
I do a bunch of stuff and then I don't do it.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of verticals and a lot of stuff going on. So sometimes you get a lot of auditions and I can't get to all of them. And then I think this one was one of the ones I didn't do. And then they came back through an email saying they were considering me for the role of Vincent. And then they needed me to turn a tape in. And then I waited like 2 days and didn't turn anything in, and then they were like, please just turn something in. And I recorded myself in 5 minutes, did a scene, and they were like, okay, come in 2 days for the fitting. And then I was meeting these guys for the fitting.
Wow.
But it makes sense. You should see this guy smolder on screen. I mean, it's
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, that hero.
Everyone was really great to work with. I mean, I had a lot of fun. Got sick a couple of days towards the end of the shoot, but I mean, we pulled it through. And I think the end product is always surprising to me. It feels like a lot better than sometimes what you feel like you're shooting when you see it.
Made more sense. The end
It
product
makes more
of
sense. Yeah. Yeah. And then I mean, I had a lot of fun with the team. I learned a little bit of Ukrainian. I always had my translator on my phone, and I was trying to be in with the crew of Ukrainians and speak their language and learn about their culture. Food was great. They fed us great food all the time.
Yeah, they did.
And yeah, it was mostly a fun experience, I'd say.
Yeah.
What made you then that you still said yes? Because you were doubting it?
No, I wasn't doubting. I'm always just really not organized. I don't do my schedules. I'm learning as a real estate agent now, aside from acting and stuff, I'm learning to use my Google calendars and schedule my times and organize my audition time, because if not, I just get overwhelmed and then I end up not doing anything. So that was what happened. Of course, I wanted to be part of this, and of course, I want to be part of as many projects that would take me as possible. And it's just sometimes I'm a mess.
Okay.
A lot of us are.
Yeah. Even I am, so.
I can relate. I can relate.
Yeah.
How did you guys prepare for this particular role? Who wants to go first?
Well, it was pretty last minute, but I mean, obviously, like read the script, go back to the script, try and get like the semblance because of the like whole time jump aspect of it and coming back to life. I was a little confused what was happening at first, but yeah, I think just like getting a sense of where Emma starts and where she ends, and like getting a sense of her problem and how her like becoming involved in the fact that I have like a child that I'm carrying and things like that were like new for me. I haven't really actually been pregnant on one of these before, where like in the past with villains, like I'm always pretending to be pregnant, like, which is crazy. So connecting to like growing a child was like very helpful in a lot of scenes.
You did some of the emotional stuff really, really well.
Yeah.
That's and it was that's always a hard children and you know, it's a sore topic kind
It's
of.
hard. Yeah, I remember our scene where you were crying, where you lost a baby, and sometimes it's
Yeah,
hard because
right after I run her over.
yeah.
That was the exact one I was thinking about. You did so good in that, Courtney.
Yeah, but we were there, and sometimes the emotion is there, but then they're not ready, or they didn't get the right angle, and then you're like, "This was my best take," and then they're like, "No,
Then
we
it's
have
out
to
of
do it again.
focus, or
We have to do it again because of this, or stop you in the middle of the thing, or something happened." So we did it a couple of times, but you kept it together most of the time.
Yeah.
I usually lose my patience and lose my cool. I still have a couple of like behind the scenes videos. I'm gonna post a cool like photo dump and video dump of the project, but sometimes I don't realize what a resting bitch face I sometimes have. I'm like waiting and I'm like all ready, and then they say no, 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 not
I
yet. And
don't
I'm like,
think it's a resting bitch face. I think it's a leading man face.
Yeah, it is.
I think mine's more of a resting
Yeah.
bitch.
I have to work better on my attitude because I felt like I was having so much fun. I was really in love with like everyone, the cast, the crew, and sometimes my face just came across like I wasn't when I look back, but I was.
You were
Yeah.
good vibes the whole time.
No, you were, yeah,
You were
fully
fantastic.
It's been haunting me
I
these
loved
last
working
couple
with
of
all
days.
of you.
I'm like, I hope everyone, I
We
did come
love
across.
you.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
You're good.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've done so many villains now, and in order for me to still find it fun, for me, it's important that I don't just go on autopilot and do the same thing over. I always try to find something different or whatever. However, when when a production reaches out to me directly, I also know that it's because they've seen me, they've seen my work, so they've already seen something that they like, I suppose. Otherwise, I don't think they would reach out. And so I also know that then I probably have to find a bit of something I've already done, because that's probably what drew them into me or whatever. But this one was a bit different in the sense I haven't done a revenge story like that. I haven't as much had, you know, some dumb guy and playing like that aspect into it. Usually I've done a lot of villains where I'm either on my own or have like a little like a minion or something, but you know, with this it was really the downfall of two people, and there was also a lot more at stake for my character. You know, she is literally dying. She has this disease. So we did like a fitting and like a little bit of a read before we started shooting, and I thought that was really nice to like meet everybody in the flesh, as the script says. But yeah, I tried to like sort of do my most evil villain like they wanted, and they wanted it quite over the top. They wanted the evil laughs, they want the passion, the all this stuff. So I try to get that, but also kind of try to also still be a bit grounded, and wherever I could try to play up some of the comedic part too, because I thought a lot of it was so, I mean, it was wild. It
I
was
always
a
felt
wild
you were good with balancing like the grounded aspect of a villain with the over the top. Because I believed like everything you were saying. I was just like, damn, I really need to fucking step up on villains. Like she's killing the game.
You're so sweet.
On here.
Yeah, that fitting was like pretty crucial. And when they put you in the clothes, now you kind of get the flavor of what kind of villain you are. If you and that was, and I agree with Rebecca, that was a perfect answer in terms of they brought you in because you know you're a villain, they've seen you do it before, but this one had some opportunities for some slapstick comedy and just some some moments that were like, yes, funny. And that's I think that's a really good opportunity as a villain, because it's sort of, you're going so over the top generally that you want to be able to find comedy moments. And honestly, yeah, being paired up with Rebecca was just made it so easy, because it was just fun, like, to be evil for the entire time. And dumb, for me, also dumb. Yeah.
I would like to add that another thing that I thought was one of the best, like, production wise I've ever been on was the costume, hair, makeup team. I have never felt, and I always love costumes and makeup. I've never had anybody I didn't like who didn't do an amazing job, but these women were just, they were so on it. I felt so taken care of. So I really felt like I could just focus on the acting, and they would make sure that everything else was fine, and the looks and everything they chose were great. Like, it, that really, like, they were fucking amazing.
They were.
I agree. The whole team.
I love how, Rebecca, you also did this in our interview together, but you bring up a question that I have later bring you up earlier.
It's because I never shut the fuck up, Senna. I just talk.
I know.
Question.
That was, if you guys wanted to give a shout out to anyone else on the project, that was a question that would come later.
I'd like to give a shout out to Dennis.
Yeah.
All four Dennises.
And Oleg, Alexei. Honestly, I can't, like, and Andy, the client who's not Ukrainian, amazing. I actually, he got me on board on his next one right after this one wrapped, and he is one of my favorite clients I've worked with. He's awesome.
He's so sweet, so wonderful.
Shout out Andy. Yeah. Anyone else want to give a shout out?
No, I mean, like, I just want to. I loved the whole team, because I felt like they were so dedicated, and maybe it's because they hadn't like done too many, that there was no like cynicism or towards verticals, and so
there was no complaining. There was no like, oh, like, now that, like, it was just okay, now we go. Like,
they wanted to do everything full out, like the stunts, like full on had someone jump off like a
oh my gosh,
high was that building?
Nicola.
Yeah,
our stunt guy was also amazing. Like, everybody was just so, like, really doing their best and really on it. And it's hard when you work 12-hour days and your location might be an hour away too, sometimes 2 hours if you go to Bakersfield. Fun fact. But it's like, so you have the drive there, you have the full day on set, and if you're a makeup artist, then you also have to clean all of your brushes and prep everything for the next day. Like, and you work on verticals, you already work so hard, and you already work on like full speed, and they just did not drop the ball at all. They were just on it all the time. And this shoot was really special for me because my mom came here from Denmark to visit me, and I was able to bring her on set one day and meet everybody, and everybody was so nice. And she was talking a lot to Polina, the makeup artist, because my mom was like even telling me, like, she was so impressed with the crew. Not so much us, no, I'm kidding. But like, she was like really impressed with the crew, and she asked Polina, like, oh, like, how do you do it? Like, how do you just, you're on it and you're on your feet all day long and you run around and you're so focused, like, how do you do it? And she just told my mom, she's like, well, I love my job. Like, God, I miss the girls. Polina, Elvira.
Yeah, this
everybody.
whole shoot, I love Ukrainians now, big time.
There was a lot. Yeah.
And it was also fun.
You didn't love Ukrainians before?
I realized that may sound like that, but no, I didn't know any Ukrainians. And now I do, and now I know a whole bunch. And they were, so stoked and so jazzed up about the stunts. And like that was such
everything, like just the
deal.
production design I felt was amazing. Like that whole locker room, it was transformed from a morgue. Like the science, the thing in Vincent's house, so the science.
Oh my gosh, yes.
That I come and discover. I was like, wow, this is really impressive.
Yeah.
The roof.
Yeah.
The locations were really cool on this one.
Mm-hmm.
And also, of course, the director Oleg, leading the team. He was a really, really good director to work with. He always checked if we were comfortable. He loved to work with him again, or anyone from that crew whatsoever. Just amazing.
Yeah, there was a lot of camaraderie. I feel like between everyone.
Yeah, and we got to do some really cool shit.
Yeah.
I think you can also see that as a viewer back, like between you four.
There's a what?
That it works. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like meshed well.
Rebecca's thinking, what is she saying?
Is that what you're saying?
No, you're right. We did get along. We did mesh well. Yes.
Yeah.
It was a fun shoot the whole way.
It was, yes, because these days are long, sometimes hard, and you don't rest. Sometimes, if you're lucky, one day.
To be fair, Liz, you can't use the no resting part because you get up at 4 a.m. voluntarily every day.
I know.
So that doesn't matter for you, and you do that to yourself.
No, but to my point, it was like, even though the days were long and stuff, everyone made it so light, so fun, and
everyone was positive.
Yeah.
It was great. I miss those days.
We got some amazing notes from Tyler at the end.
Oh,
your thank you notes.
I do write thank you notes.
That was a really nice.
Very sweet.
Nice.
You're very welcome. It was a tough shoot to walk away from. That was it was a lot of fun, and it was a whole adventure. The first shooting day for us was an overnight. It was like 4 p.m. to 4 a.m. or something like that. And that's so aggressive, but it sort of just jumped us onto the wavelength of these wild Ukrainians who were like gonna go gung ho on this shoot. Because first night we're on the rooftop of a building throwing somebody off, and it was such a huge production. It was like, oh, okay, and then you put everybody in like a sleep deprivation hole, like right at the start. That's how you get them. That's how you get us to really like conform to what you need us to do. So it was.
I mean, we had a day off right after. So.
Did we?
Yeah, we did. Wow. We had a day off.
Yeah, it really wasn't
in between.
I'm getting up there in age. I'm 38 years old, and one overnight shoot. That's gonna take a little bit of extra recovery.
Yeah,
we can tell.
Yeah.
Was the rooftop scene the first one that you did?
Second, because we did one with towards the end with Luis's Vincent first.
It was my first.
Yeah. It was your first, yeah.
Yeah.
It was the second scene of the day.
Not nervous at all.
We only had 2 scenes.
Get on this.
Yeah.
And he's okay with that?
It was, the stunt guy, I was trying to ask him, are you going to look where you're going? Because I'm throwing him off of a roof. He didn't care. He said, just throw me straight. Just put me straight. I don't, these stunt guys are wild. They just want to fly. So it was my job to help him do that. It was very exciting first night.
So did you guys came up with like the backstory of your characters, or was it in the script? Because I know sometimes you come up with it yourself.
I wanted to humanize Jason a little bit. and think that his evil ways or his impressionable ways were as a result of like a fear-based thing from his dad. We don't know his dad, but I was just like, that seems to track pretty well for the villains that I've played before, is that they're just scared, man. You know, he's just scared. So now he's evil because he doesn't have enough courage to be a good guy. But that's about as far as I got on backstory. Just
I
to
mean, we
justify some
spoke
things.
a lot about the relationship between Isabella and Jason,
Mm-hmm.
and sort of like what that was and how that was, and those kind of things. Like, I think even in these verticals where everything is so over the top and you are in these situations that most people hopefully are never in, and as a person who's not, I might not be completely sane, but I don't think I'm completely insane. Like, I wouldn't do a lot of these things in real life, I think. So you kind of gotta, like, you still gotta find the reality in it. Like, you still have to make it real for you. And that's the hardest thing, especially with villains, to like not judge the character, because then it's just, it just, I think, doesn't benefit you as an actor to judge your character. You can do that afterwards, but not while doing it. And to sort of find like the humanity in it, like, you know, Isabella is pregnant too. I remember discussing, well, is she really, is that real or is it not? We decided it was, you know, and I think there was like humanity in that led her to be even more crazy. Or what drives a person to like, a person who loses everything and has nothing, they're very dangerous because they have nothing to lose. So like, you know, kind of trying to get into that towards the end, and like all these things as well. But a lot with the relationships between Jason and Isabella, and also me and Emma. I thought it was a bit harder with me and Lewis, because Lewis and I actually didn't have that many scenes together.
Yeah, no.
Mm-hmm.
We just do the blood thing. Give
Well,
me
oh,
that.
Right. Yeah.
with the mother, Isabella's mother. Yeah. Yeah.
How do you guys do
That
your
wedding
best?
scene Isabella did where she was getting kicked and punched and laughed at by everyone. That was great. That was amazing.
I have this amazing video that somebody took where I'm like laying on the floor and we're kind of like blocking it out.
Yeah.
And I'm like having a pretty serious conversation with the director while like figuring out, this is how I'm feeling, this is where I'm at, right? So wouldn't I do so and so? And like the director is like locked in, and it's kind of serious. And Tyler's just like in his own world, like throwing punches at me.
I'm just finding out, like, am I going to be standing over, straddling, and then hitting, or am I going to be doing this? So I was just kind of practicing like shadow boxing on my own.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck you're
And
doing. But
obviously, it's a very dark subject matter, but it kind of shows you like we're laughing about it a lot on set, and trying to make it as fun as possible for ourselves. And that's just me, just being a 5-year-old kid, just trying to figure out how.
always wanted to punch a woman.
No. But that's how it ends up for me on set. It does.
I mean,
You guys?
for me, I feel like I come from the belief that like everything you have in the script is all you need, and if it was meant to be there, it would be there, rather than creating something that you don't know, which is sometimes hard. But I really do think that the script gives you everything you need, even in these ones.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can build a belief in one thing, like
Yeah.
a relationship with a person, or like having a child. Like, if you can sense that, you have everything you need.
It's so fun, right? Because all actors have each their own sort of way that they do things, each technique or whatever, also depending on where you went to acting school and all these things. I always love to hear about other people's process because I'm always like, ooh, like how did you, I find it so interesting. Even if it is different from my process, I love hearing about it. It got real quiet, guys.
It did.
Lewis,
What?
Answer.
what was
Oh,
your backstory?
the backstory on the character?
What was the backstory you wrote for your character?
You went to Geneva, first of all.
I did personally go to Geneva.
Flesh it out
Yeah.
for us.
Yeah.
I did a couple of days before I flew to Geneva, and
Just for research. Yep.
just
Very
research. I sat
method.
in on a heart surgery, and
You didn't even perform it? That's so lame.
no, I just sat in. I didn't want to go
My
to.
favorite part is when you walk into the hospital full on leather jacket and you're just like, no, guys,
Yeah.
this is
Yeah.
how we're going to do it. And they're like, okay.
And
Yeah.
someone
Why wouldn't we
commented.
trust this man in a helmet and a leather jacket who just
Someone
walked
commented
in?
what?
Well, I remember someone commenting, being like, "Oh, they would never have." I don't even know what the tool was that you used, but like they were like they'd never just have that in a hallway, and I was like, "You're taking this way too seriously."
Somebody
like,
wrote online
not
that you
in
look
the
like
realm.
Greta Thunberg.
the real world.
Yeah, that was fun.
Louis, did you see that?
What?
Somebody wrote online that Courtney, she's like our lead actress. She looks like Greta Thunberg.
Oh my god.
Greta Thunberg?
Yeah, she
Wow.
made a whole.
Where are you guys reading this? I want to read it.
High honors.
It was on Instagram, I think.
Yeah, even I
I'm
Maybe.
gonna,
did it.
I'm gonna look it up. I want to see what people say about
You
it.
saw that?
Yeah.
I haven't seen
I'd take it. I love Greta.
Yeah.
And she made a whole. What did you make? You made some sort of like side by side of me and her.
I did. It was badass.
It was funny. It was funny.
Yeah. No, about the backstory of Vincent, I didn't really do much. It was just being in the moment, being with everyone, understanding what his main goal was, which was to get the love of his life and protect her and be there for her and help her this next time around, this next go at life, and make it right.
And looking cool while doing it.
Indeed.
As best I can.
Thing for you guys on this set.
Me not going to the gym in the mornings.
You
Because
were always
sometimes
talking
I
about
just,
how you didn't get to go to the gym.
and I didn't. I mean, I try to go every day, but I didn't go every day during the shoot. And then
You're so fucking
then I had to,
lazy.
on our rest days, I went straight from set to the office, and I tried selling some homes while I was resting. And other than that, yeah, just keeping up with the pace, because it's a fast-paced couple of days. We usually vertical shoot, I guess, like 10 days max, 12
No,
days.
that's a long shoot. Like we were
It's usually
lucky on this one.
7 to 10.
7, 8,
But we
9
did
if you're
have a bunch of
lucky.
rest days, right?
Sometimes 5 or 6.
Yeah.
But then the scripts are also a bit shorter. This one was a long script, so.
Yeah. But no, to me, it was pretty good.
For me, a couple of things. I was in the midst of it all. I was becoming a U.S. citizen, so I also had to study for that test, which I would say is fairly important.
Oh my god.
And yeah, so that was like a whole thing. Like the production were actually so nice. They changed their entire shooting schedule for everybody, so I could go to that interview. So that was nice. But like having that while also doing all the other stuff was, it wasn't impossible, but I was tired. This one had a lot of physicality, a lot of stunts, like very like like Lewis, maybe you didn't get your workout in. I fucking did on some of those days. And then you guys know I hate shooting in a heat wave. Okay, I don't hate shooting. I never hate shooting. I always love shooting, but I prefer it to not be a heat wave.
When was there a heat wave?
It was really
The
hot in
entire
Bakersfield,
shoot.
right?
We're in
Okay.
outside the hospital.
I had come from a different shoot where we actually, like, where there was no air conditioning.
Oh yeah, me
the
too.
worst
At
that,
that.
like, I've the most heat. So I came from that, and so I didn't think it was too bad.
Yeah.
At the time.
There was some hot conditions.
Yeah.
And then we did get, like, there was on the last day we were in Bakersfield at this, I don't know, maybe man-made lake or something, but there was a dock out to it, real rickety dock. But if you had like 3 people standing on this dock, it would sink into the water and the water would touch the bottom of the wood. And then all of the spiders that were living there, Rebecca loved it. And they would just swarm out. I mean, it was nightmarish. It was wild. So you can't have too many people on that dock.
Oh,
Otherwise,
that's dual sensory, right?
I'm sorry. So yeah, those were the 2 challenges I thought for me. Heat and spiders.
I had acted so fucking cocky on that dock, going out to it, being like, I'm doing it. I was so cocky, like moving it, trying to make Tyler trip. Ollie was freaking out, like, don't fall in the water.
Yeah.
Like, just really cocky Santa, like super annoying. Until the spiders came and I screamed, and suddenly I was not a cool girl anymore, like at all.
No, nobody fell. We did throw a body in there a couple times.
But he deserved it, honestly.
We had a body double for Courtney that was sometimes an actual man and sometimes a dummy. Yeah, we threw a dummy in there, but looked just like Courtney. It was perfect. Perfect match.
And the next one is there are not a lot of shows that has for people. What do you think about it? Doesn't need to be more. What is your opinion about the show with more, like, leading?
Like, you mean like leads?
Yeah.
Or
Exactly.
I love it because
there was only one leading man in this show, and it was Tyler.
No, it wasn't.
I was wondering if this was going to be brought up.
You also.
No, yeah.
No, this was very much an ensemble ensemble cast. I like to refer to myself as a leading man. It's how I identify.
You're not, though.
But I'm a villain. So it's really cool to have, like more of an ensemble vibe. But I think that a lot of verticals kind of are that, but just not everybody ends up on the poster. So it's
all about the poster.
This one felt nice, like equal 4-part.
Was it us on that poster?
Yeah. No,
oh my God.
I didn't want to say.
I was like, who was on that poster? Because it definitely wasn't me.
Yeah.
They had my hairstyle though.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh my gosh.
I like the thing about, like, I've done quite a few where it's like it's considered like a co-lead. And I like that. I do think that, it's main cast is all part of the story. Without all of the main cast, there couldn't be a story. So I understand the leads carry the heavyweight, especially, no offense, Lewis, I adore you, but especially the females. Like, Courtney was by far the one who had the longest days. Like, was there the most, had, great emotional outbursts and so. Like, her role was, fair to say, the toughest one. But I do like that, shows where there is a wider focus on the entirety of the main cast and not just the 2 leads, because it's, everybody who makes the show.
feel like that's why I felt like a camaraderie with you guys more so than probably I have on a majority of sets like this. I like as villain, I usually tend to feel like lesser or something, but I felt like we were all equals, which was nice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Should be all.
Yeah.
I agree. Sometimes though, and that's the good thing and the bad thing about villains is you can have a shoot where it's really easy days. Like as a villain, I've had days where I've had to come for one scene. I was in and out in a couple hours. And that's great because you're not as tired. But if you only have short days and you don't bond as well, and I guess this sounds like so freaking spoiled, but it's like give me long days. Like I do prefer the shoots where you like I like to work hard and be on set. I like the long days. I don't mind being tired because I also don't get up at 4 a.m. every day by choice. But like, you know, like this was a good one where like a lot of us just were there all the
Yeah,
time.
it just felt
Long
like we were
days.
closer
Yeah.
than
Yeah.
most casts get. And
And
with
we
the
had
crew
so
as
many
well.
scenes together.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun.
I have also a question for you guys separately. So the first one comes now for Courtney. And it is, what is the biggest thing you liked about Emma, and was it like hard for you to do like the emotional parts of her?
Yeah, it definitely was challenging to do the emotional parts. I mean, for me, I've always a little bit struggled with that, like becoming connected to myself, like on set enough to like actually allow myself to like become emotionally affected. And honestly, this set was like the first time I've ever like on camera been able to like allow that. Maybe not all the time, but like I was like proud of myself. That was like a big step for me to like realize
You crushed
that just because the
it.
camera's on, it
Absolutely
doesn't
crushed
change anything. What?
I said you crushed it, Courtney. That
Oh,
was
thanks.
yeah.
But yeah, I loved what I loved about Emma was her what am I trying to say? Her taking authority, and once she realized she was like had another chance and like being able to make new choices, her like she was a little headstrong, and I liked that about her, like, or found her strength. And what am I trying to say? There's like a specific word I'm trying to think of, but I can't think of it.
I like a lead who's not good and all like so sweet and cute all the time and like needs a man to save her. Like,
yeah,
it was nice
exactly.
that she had a man to help her, but she had like strength on her own, and she had like she
and
wasn't
she was cunning,
like,
and like yeah, I enjoyed that about her.
Yeah. Then you handle it well too. I object.
Do you guys had any funny moments on set? Like behind the scenes?
Funny.
None.
It was constant funniness. It was constant laughter.
It's definitely.
Especially when
Oh
other
my
people
god, the
came
one
in.
day where me and Louise would not stop cracking up, like we could not. Oh my god, wait, what was? What did someone say that we like kept laughing about? Was it?
Give me your blood or give me your arm.
It was that, and then
crawling,
also there was one
Miracle
word.
Doctor.
Crawling in the walls of the hospital or something.
Crawling.
No, it was roaming the walls.
Roaming the walls, yeah.
Roaming
Yeah.
the walls.
And it was the miracle doctor.
The Miracle Doctor.
Yeah.
And a
Yeah.
couple,
Someone
yeah.
kept saying the wrong word, and I don't know why.
Oh, one of the characters. Yeah.
I can't remember what the word was, but it was hilarious. And I kept
PTHL, and they're like PTHD.
yeah,
but
it was something like that.
never got it right, but it wasn't like we were annoyed or anything. It was just so funny because it was a really short scene. They had one line, and it was like over and over again, and it was just.
And then I couldn't get it out of my head the whole time. I just kept like thinking about it, and it kept making me laugh.
And then I messed up with the roaming in the walls, and
that day was a mess. It was
yeah.
fun.
So we did laugh a lot, and we had to sort of, because we were laughing so much and had such a good time. I remember they kind of moved, like me and Courtney and Lewis, they kind of moved us out of eyesight. So I would actually, like doing my coverage, I actually just didn't look at them because I knew that I would get a look from Lewis and I would not be able to not laugh if I looked at you. So it was, and I have actually not had that happen before, but what can I say? We're just so funny. Yeah.
It was, everybody was funny. And also the fact that we created this fake disease called PTHL. It's just, it took us a little while to wrap our heads around it. Yeah. And then we got used to it. But then, you know, you're 5 days into the shoot and there's a scene where you're saying it a lot. And then it's clear again that this this doesn't make a whole bunch of sense. And I think that was just, that was a constant source of comedy. Yeah.
I have a fun fact for you guys. When our show came out, if people were searching on it, like the name, a lot of people were searching on it, like Daily Motion. So, wait, oh my God, not allowed to say that, or
I can cut it out if you want.
But okay, when people were like searching on it on the title, let me start over. Okay, so when our show came out, when people were searching on it and searching on the title, then the second most searched thing was, what is PTHL?
What is PTHL?
And actually, I think I found something before we even started shooting, like about some other PTHL, and I was like, "Oh, is that what we're basing it on?" But it wasn't that at all. It's just made up.
And we had to figure out what it was too, because what does it do to you? It obviously got you really messed up. If you've seen,
it's 98%. It's almost 100% deadly, lethal. But almost. So that's all we know.
Guys. And that is, how did you guys make sure that you were mentally like ready?
I'm never mentally ready. I'm always what?
Yeah. It'd be nice to get to the gym first, you know, then you're mentally ready. But no, neither of us ever showed up mentally ready to set. We were just not ready to go. No, I think that I mean, you do want to get enough sleep. That's going to be always an issue on a shoot. You just you got to put yourself down to bed, and then just kind of being ready to flow with the day on set. You're probably going to be running your lines right before you shoot. So I don't think you have to put a bunch of pressure on yourself to prep that so heavily, because things are going to change, and you're going to be at a location you've never seen before, and there's plenty of prep that you can do to make yourself comfortable in your own head, but I think being ready to flow with the day is going to be your best bet. Caffeine, food, sleep. Yeah.
Do you want
I
to
didn't answer
anything, or are you agreeing with Tyler?
Me?
Yeah.
What?
You.
I agree. I need coffee. I need the gym in the mornings, and sometimes you don't get that strong coffee.
And then you're ready to roam the walls.
No, but
And then I'm ready to roam the walls. I'm
Cappuccino
ready for the PTHL. I'm ready for anything. No, I mean, I never try to think about it a lot. My thing and my way of getting ready is I take a bath on the night before, and then I go through my lines of the scenes of the next day, and then I get there, and We all crush it.
Yeah, get there and slay.
Everything I say is meant to be taken funny. I'm not really serious.
I already noticed
Yeah.
that. So yeah.
Yeah.
Rebecca, you are the only one that I haven't asked a question to, so here you go. You have done quite a lot of villains. How did you make sure, yeah, this one was so different? Because it was. I said Rebecca, you're not Rebecca.
That's okay. Good. I was wondering. I didn't hear. I was like, "Are you talking to me?"
No, he just.
I grab the floor sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think I touched on it a little bit in the sense that what I found fun. First of all, this one was like I did some meaner things than I've done before. Like, spoiler alert, I tried to kill her 3 times. Like, I'm pretty, like, I want her to die, like, you know, and I am super unhinged. I felt like this one was a bit more serious in some sense because it was dealing with almost 100% deadly disease. And you know, pregnancy and that stuff. For me, I found some of the things a little difficult just thinking about the viewers and, you know, putting a heel in somebody's pregnant stomach. And like, those are just so vicious. I did found those just a bit difficult if you think about like the seriousness of it. But I kind of just try to find a reason within Isabella and trying to. This is the first time I got to literally go insane, like have such a not just like, you know, personality wise transformation, but also like a very physical transformation in that sense, and is so unhinged. I would say what Isabella just does to Jason, I think is 100% warranted. I think he deserves that. Absolutely. But you know, like apart from that, like just finding that hate or anger and then also playing up the relationship between Isabella and Jason, because we don't always see this guy and girl villain relationship like that. Like that's not something we often see, and I kind of really like that. And it's always fun to like boss somebody around. Did I answer the question?
Yeah, you did. Did you guys watch like the end result of your show and were you happy with it?
Yeah, it makes more sense than the script did in our hands. Somehow, yes, the vision was realized. It's like the time travel makes sense. The whole like, yeah, just the whole plot kind of came together in a way where it was clear that the crew and our director had a vision to, you know, of how to actually illustrate this, and it
I
came
mean, I
together.
think it was pretty clear from the script too.
I was so confused. I'm kind of a dumb guy in the first place, but I was continuously confused. And then this, I don't know, it made sense. And they did the vroom, like time stuff, and yeah, it was cool. I was pleased with the final result.
I thought they did really good cinematically. I thought cinematically it looked really, really good, and I thought it was like a very good quality. I really think the crew did so good on this, and my co-actors too, of course. It's always fun to see. It's always weird to see, like you know, I'm still learning to get past like judging myself, and like you have to see it as a whole, and that's very hard to do when you're in it. At least for me, I'm trying to get past that. But I kind of want to hear more what you think, but let's let these other guys talk.
I haven't. Oh wait, Louis, were you gonna
No,
go?
go ahead. Go ahead.
I haven't. I watched the what's available on Instagram. I think it's like 10 minutes. Well, okay. No, I want to watch the whole thing. I do struggle like with in myself to like because if I don't feel like I did like all the best I could on some things, I'm like, ooh, I don't know if I want to see it, but I am going to watch it.
It's so hard. We judge ourselves so hard. I do
Yeah.
that too, and I sit there and I'm like, oh, why did I like, like it's hard.
It's just getting over the mental thing for me, but I'm going to watch it, and I'm sure when I watch it, I won't be as
It's good.
frustrated
Yeah.
with myself
You
as
did
I
really good,
like
Courtney. You
think I
can you
would
can
be.
you can confidently watch it.
Absolutely.
I did watch it all, and I thought it was great and really cool, and everything turned out better than I expected, and
Mhm.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I wish I would have let Paulina put makeup on me more often, from what I saw, but
Oh my god.
because I was like, Paulina, don't put a lot of makeup on. Don't put a lot of makeup on every day. I don't know. It's long days, and I just felt like cakey.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, don't. But now I wish I would have put a little
I
bit.
think you looked great,
Great.
Great.
Oh,
but I
thanks.
was cracking up over your breathy voice.
Oh
But
yeah,
they
I was
asked you to do
hoarse.
that, right?
They did tell me when we were reading the first time. They were like, lower your voice a little bit.
Oh
Lower
yeah,
your
yeah,
voice.
yeah. It was that.
So then when I finished, when we wrapped, I was like all hoarse and like I couldn't talk. But yeah, it was fun.
Rebecca, you wanted to say something just a little while ago. You had a question or something?
I want to know what you thought about it. No, we're all here present, listening, watching. No pressure at all. You can be honest.
Oh yeah, lay it on us.
Mhm.
I think I said mainly to you, Rebecca, already what I think about you. That you were crazy.
Mhm.
Just a little.
I really loved what you were doing, Courtney, because yeah, I have a lot of the times when I watch these that I want to say connect maybe with like the female lead.
Mhm.
So I think you were doing an amazing job,
Thank you.
and I already start laughing when I want to talk about you. You're just as crazy as Rebecca was.
Mhm. Thank you.
But I really liked it because this was, I think, the first one that I saw from you. So
Hmm. Well, thank you. Yes, I'll take crazy. Absolutely. Thank you.
that is the meaning if you're,
And
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, it's great. That's a high compliment. Yeah, I'll take it. Absolutely.
and I can't stop laughing about it. Louis, did you know your screen flips sometimes?
Huh?
The
Me?
screen sometimes flips. Then
My screen flips. Oh,
sometimes
I'm holding it, so
it's
maybe.
so funny.
Oh
Oh,
yeah, a little bit. Yeah, yeah.
He's just like having a
Mhm.
So when
party
you
over
see
there.
me laughing, it's because of that.
oh, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
maybe it was us, which is also fair.
No,
What
like
was your opinion of me? You didn't tell me anything.
I was getting into that.
Oh.
No, you were amazing too. This is also the first one that I saw from you, so I hope to see
Mhm.
many more.
Mhm.
Thank you.
You were all amazing.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much. I didn't pressure you to say that at all.
You did.
Definitely some of the most fun I've had making a vertical.
Me
I
too.
can I
Me
can I
too.
can say that. That's why it stood out to me, and the crew especially just, yeah, they were great.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You are a little bit the reason behind this goal right now, Rebecca.
Mhm.
Oh. Yeah, well, you want to talk about it, and I said I really want to give a shout out to the crew
Mhm.
mainly. So yeah, and also just I hope the show's been doing well. I've gotten quite a few messages from people. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea. I know some people are not into the revenge or the violence and all that, and that's so fair. It is a bit more of a action packed
Mm-hmm.
vertical, I'd say.
Mm.
But yeah, I've also gotten a lot of very, very nice messages from people.
Mhm.
In my opinion, this one is not that bad.
Wait, sorry, my cat is.
That this one wasn't so bad with some of the others that I've seen, like violence. When you talk about violence, so yeah. But that's my
Okay,
opinion.
that's good.
With a lot of stunts.
I have how many questions do I have left? 3. What is the biggest thing you learned on this set? For all of you.
The biggest what?
Thing you learned
Thing
on
we
set.
What?
Well, what the biggest thing was you learned on set? On this set? Are you hearing me?
For me, it was like learning to let go and like trust myself a bit more. That was my biggest thing.
That spiders live under bridges in water.
I can't. I learned that it's a very effective method of breaking somebody's fall to use cardboard boxes stacked 3 high or something, or 5 high.
Mhm.
That's how they do it. It's not mattresses, it's like cardboard boxes. And somebody falls right into them and they crunch and it saves their life. That's cool. And
That's a
yeah,
big
that was
one.
brand new. I'm telling everybody about it. It's all about the boxes. Yeah, that's what I learned.
I learned. I'm trying to think.
You learned Ukrainian.
I learned
He's
a little bit
fluent.
of Ukrainian. That's right.
Yeah.
I practice every day,
Yeah.
and I try to only speak to the crew in Ukrainian.
Nice.
And however, I forgot already. But yeah,
I think we all learned, working with this crew who does things differently than what is American standard. I think we all learned a bit from that. And I think some of the things I'll definitely I have taken with me and I will take with me.
Mhm.
Yeah, they were fucking cool.
Mhm.
Is there a thing about your characters that felt like a little connected with how you normally are?
Yeah, killing
Did our
people
characters?
is.
Wait, what? Is
We're
it kind of like?
connected. If we felt connected to any part of the character, that's
Yeah.
the question, right?
You heard me correctly. Yeah.
I think it's so easy to off the page be like, no, I'm not connected to Isabella. She is an insane person who has her life mission to literally kill somebody. So off the page, no, but I think it's my job to find something that connects, because I try to find the humanity and I try to not make it a caricature, even though it has to be over the top. So yeah, I do find some things that I connect with, like or try connect with the love that she has for wanting a family, a baby, the feeling of betrayal I think we've all had in real life. You kind of find the real emotion behind all that crazy stuff and then try to connect with it and amp it up into this universe that you would hopefully never actually be in, right? But yeah, like anything like betrayal, hurt, I think most of us can connect to that, and then suddenly it's not that hard to smash a vase on somebody's head.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I really appreciate like my character's lesson that she goes through, like from betrayal, like to learning to finding her autonomy and like making her choices for herself. And I connect to that, and I'm inspired to do more of that in my life, I guess. I don't know.
Me?
Yeah.
One of you.
What did I learn from my character?
No, what's connect? What's
What connects me?
connecting? Yeah.
I like that he protects the people that he loves. I feel that's something I usually do as well. I don't know how to ride a motorcycle, so that's definitely not something I connect with him on.
You seem like you should, though.
Yeah.
I seem like it, but like I've never been on a like this was my first time on a two-wheeler. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And yeah, I really like that he protects the people that he loves and then he loves what he does.
Mm-hmm. I enjoy taking direction, and so does Jason. And I think that was the thing that we can connect with. Like having a character who's getting bossed around, that tracks, and we can make that pretty funny. And that's it. Otherwise, no, I don't like this dude. But it's a lot of fun to play.
I have a ending question. Why do people need to watch your show? And do you want to say something to the people who did watch it?
They don't. I'm kidding. Everybody should watch it multiple times.
I already want to say you wanted to speak about this one, Rebecca. So
I want everybody to. I like it was. I really want to support this crew first and foremost because I think they deserve more opportunities coming their way. They're not just vertical film crew. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but they're filmmakers and they have a fresh take on things. And you know, I really hope that this show is doing well and will do well. Mainly because I hope it'll get some opportunities to the crew, hopefully also to myself selfishly, so I can keep working, and you guys. So yeah, and because we had a lot of fun making it and they really cared about the locations, making it look more cinematic, making it look beautiful. They shot anamorphic lenses. If you're not a nerd, you don't know what that is, and that's totally fair, but it's very specific, extremely expensive lens that make it look so beautiful. And I've never heard about anyone doing that in the vertical world. But yeah, just, you know, it was a crazy story. We managed to do this in 10 days and do the most insane things and had a great time doing it. So in that sense, this project does mean something to me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like there's.
Right.
Oh, sorry. I feel like there's like a fresh take on a story like of revenge with the time travel quantum immortality aspect of it. I think that's really fun, and also like a lesson to be learned of like, are you like the choices you're making, and you can make new choices. I think that's what I appreciate about the story.
Yeah,
I
and
think
eventually karma will come for you.
yes. I think that people should like check it out because it moves fast. It's an adventure. It's like it's very clippy and it's very it's very entertaining. I mean, I feel like there's themes and tropes that are not appearing in other verticals. Like there was different ways of shooting that I hadn't seen in verticals yet, and that's credit to this Ukrainian crew. So I think there's like, this is kind of a cool vertical. Like, this is a fresh style, and it's a wild story that will keep you hooked. It was really easy to watch the whole thing through. Yeah.
I think they should watch because we all worked really hard. We all put a lot of love and effort, and the cast, the crew, everyone, and we had fun shooting it. And I think that translates. And you guys are going to be able to see it and feel it. And the story is fun, crazy, out there, and yeah, I think it'll be. You guys will be entertained.
So, guys, this was all the questions that I had.
Thank you.
Thank you. You did great. Thank you so much.
Thank
Yeah,
you
thank you, Sana.
all for joining me, Rebecca for joining again. And yeah.
You're always so sweet and supportive, and I really, really appreciate it.
I appreciate you for helping me with this, because you did. And yeah, do you guys?
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Courtney.